going on, guys? Jurassic here. Today we're playing Public Crime Investigations. This is a brand new detective game that just released on Thanksgiving. By the way, hope you guys had a good Thanksgiving. So, we're going to be doing a little bit different from the first quest. The other one had quite a bit of blood in it, so I'm hoping that the Forbidden Diners is a little bit more normal. That way, you know, it doesn't get flagged too much on YouTube, so we're going to go and start with this one. From his start as a butcher, Raymond Furrier rose through the ranks and become a renowned chef. His restaurant, Le Coste, has been packed since the master chef was awarded his second star. Discovery of his body led his employees plunge the restaurant world into mourning. Another tough new case for the PCI agents to solve. Difficulty easy, duration hour 30 minutes. So there's two different ways of actually playing the main game. You can do it in cooperative experience, or you can play as a solo investigator. If you are on PC, you're able to play with up to 5 people. So let's go and start the investigation as a solo for today. Yesterday, 10:07 a.m. Miss Marianne Valet called the police to report that the inert body of her boss, Chef Raymond Furrier, has been discovered in his restaurant, Le Coste. The police rushed to the scene and took the statements from Miss Valat and Mr. Dugat, another restaurant employee who was also present at the scene. The police also conducted a primary survey. The investigation has now been turned over to the PCI agents. Start the investigation. Alright, oh, we actually get to watch a video on, it's actually on YouTube? Assuming this is fine to watch.
Je suis arrivée devant le restaurant vers...
Got to the restaurant around 9:55 a.m. I ran into Mr. Brandt. He was opening the door. When I went inside the restaurant, we saw the lights were on. That seemed really weird to us right away. We thought that maybe the chef had forgotten to turn them off. That's when we found him. I mean, he was sitting at his table, but his head was in the plate. His face was completely pale. Marion whipped out her phone and called the police. No, actually before that, she asked me to go around the rooms to see if there was anyone there. Richard saw that I was totally horrified, and he must have immediately thought that because he offered to go through all the rooms in the restaurant to make sure there wasn't anyone there. To reassure her, I told her there probably wasn't anyone here. So I went around to the other rooms. I grabbed a fork that was lying on the tables. It was kind of dumb, but I wanted to be able to defend myself just in case. The chef worked, I mean, in the kitchen, developing new recipes. We had to say goodbye to him last night at the end of the shift at around 1 in the morning. Once a month, the chef says behind after the shifts to work on new recipes and test out new pairings. Bertrand mopped the floor one last time and we left together as usual. Marion set his table and served him a glass of Brilli. He was very secretive about his recipes. We always got the impression that he was waiting for us to leave before he wanted to hurry it up. Anyways, he was alive and well, Marion and I left. Relationship? He was the boss. We had a normal relationship, I'd say. We had a good relationship. They argued a lot, don't believe him. The chef was very authoritarian. He was really demanding with him. And on top of that, Bertrand owed him money, so he received death threats, I think. He was a famous and respected chef in the culinary world. But maybe his second star made somebody jealous? But to go as far as to kill him? No. I don't think so. That was pretty cool. I sort of read over that way just in case, you know, since they're speaking French, that way someone didn't have to put it out for themselves. But, see here, so when Bertrand and Marion found their boss's body. Alright, so basically there's going to be a whole bunch of questions that we need to answer alongside the investigation here. This guy seems mad suspicious. Basically what she was saying is the exact opposite as this dude the entire time, so he's clearly guilty of something. I just don't know what yet. So let's see. Marion immediately called the police. Marion and Bertrand searched the restaurant. Bertrand searched the restaurant. Bertrand immediately called the police. They did not immediately call the police, and it wasn't together. She was sort of freaking out. He searched the restaurant. Well done, that's the right answer. Item added to the casebook. When Bertrand and Marion arrived at Lacoste, Bertrand searched all the rooms. Once a month, Raymond Fisher tries out new recipes, new wines. It's an easy one. Well done, that's the right answer. Item added to the casebook. Once a month, Raymond Frager tests new recipes without his employees present. Alright, so it looks like we can view the crime scene photos now. So are we able to open this up any bigger? Alright, so this is him sitting there on the table there. Does look a little bloody. Let's see, so I mean, he looks relatively normal. They saying a fork caused the damage? So it was a fork on the counter. Got some regular bread. Not seeing anything too bloody or anything crazy. Ew, that's just nasty. Let's see here. Looks like there's maybe some fingerprints or something on the side of this little checkout thing. The dude's face, that's why we clicked off so far. So hopefully there wasn't too many clues on there. So clearly he was testing some sort of new recipe. It doesn't look like anything's too bloody or missing from most of these photos. There might be something missing from here, whatever the LX-RF was. Alright, so number 9. So it looks like we're missing one listing here. The door. It's got a few scrapes on it, but it doesn't look like it was like forced open too bad, honestly. So they do have a security camera. That's good to know. I got a regular MacBook. Desk has a couple scrapes. I don't know why that was relevant to take pictures of, though. Oh, maybe the fingerprints here. Alright, so hold on. What do you want to ask? What is missing from the table in clue number 3? Alright, so number 3. Let's see, so we got cloth. So we got a knife. He's missing a fork. So you got a fork, knife, knife, but nothing on this one. See, so he's got 4 glasses here, 4 glasses. Yeah, so the only thing missing is a fork. So let's see, a water glass, a fork. Validate. Nice, well done, that's the right answer. A fork is missing from the table in clue number 3. Maybe let's move to the bar from clue number 1? Whose fingerprints do you expect to find on clue number 1? Multiple answers possible. So, well, it looks like he's got his fork there. Sorry, I'm not trying to look at that his picture. So, it's going to be his. I don't think Marion picked up the fork any. Raymond Furrier. It could be all of them, honestly. It depends who actually set the forks and everything else, because I think they were supposed to move everything around, right? You found one good answer. There's still one more. Stick with it. Huh. This is kind of confusing, because, I mean, technically, they all said everything. I'm going to assume the main chef was over in the back. He didn't care, so it was probably her. Boom! Well done, that's the right answer. Marion Valet set the tables, and Bertrand took a fork to search the restaurant. You can expect to find the fingerprints of both of them on clue number 1. What can you see on Frigger's table? Multiple answers. An empty bottle of water, full bottle of water, a bottle of Brulee, a glass. Alright, so let's see. Sorry again about looking at this dude's face. So, looks like we got an empty glass here. Yeah, glass. What? Oh, this is another multiple answer one. Alright, so hold on. So, there we go. So it's a full bottle of water. So that must be what they're talking about. Hopefully that's not the Brulee. See, looks like we can zoom in a little bit better on the pictures up here. So it looks like there's one full glass of waters. So I'm gonna just click validate and see. Nice, well done, that's the right answer. On Frigger's table, there's an empty large glass and a full water bottle. How much money in bills does the cash register drawer contain? Oh, on the bottom left, you can sit there and click on open and it actually works. Alright, so I'm not actually able to toggle any of this stuff, so hopefully. Alright, so the answers here are 100, 200, 150, and 250. Trying to figure out a way to actually decipher this stuff. So it looks like there's 2 different options we can actually look at here. So, oh, hold on. Can we actually watch the surveillance footage? So it's 1:30. We see the assailant knock. It looks like OPS. On 3029, he's still knocking, but he's not actually getting an answer. He walked in and the guy didn't seem to hesitate any, so he was completely fine with them coming inside. Maybe it was some sort of secret delivery? Okay, so 131.10, the camera completely shuts off. It's going to be dead all the way until 131.57. The door opens. Camera loses focus while he's leaving. Camera shuts off again at 132, so maybe this is like its update cycle. See, so it's still staying black around here. I'm kind of glad that we can actually flip through here and, you know, sort of like speed through it. It looks like that's the only information we're going to be able to get through here. Alright, so... oh, it's a motion detector, that's why. So that did tell us something. He at least knew his assailant. Tora Simons Les Crocs Frere Sir Un Croc de Bouchard. Frere, you won't be so hungry when you're hanging from a meat hook. Oh, is that French? I'm about to say I have no clue how they got that. Alright, so we still need to figure out this money situation. So hold on. So we're going to open up the cash register here. And click on the zoom in and see if we can like decipher this dude's notes. Because I have no clue what this is supposed to be. Maybe that's supposed to be a 7 times 2, so 14. Alright, so maybe they're reading it like this. So that's 2 10s. So we got 20, 4 20s. So that's going to be 120 and 7 50s. Still doesn't add up. What? I'll be honest, this one I have no clue what they're trying to get at. I'm gonna go with 150. Boom! The jar contains 115 bills and $15.17 in change. Oh, so is that going to be that note that we found? Hold on, so let's come. It wasn't this door, it was this drawer. Open this bad boy up here. You won't be so hungry when you're hanging from a meat hook. Alright, so let's see. So, earning his 3rd star with his head in his plate of prison, important unhappy. I mean, a meat hook doesn't necessarily say a plate, but I don't know. Yeah, it's gotta be that. Well done, that's the right answer. Freer had several anonymous threats in his office. Someone stopped to see Freer at 1:30. They work for OPS. I remember that one. Nice! A delivery person from OPS brought a cooler to the restaurant at 1:30 a.m. OPS was contacted. The delivery driver's name is Mark Falvaux. Person of interest, Mark Falvaux. Sorry if I'm butchering that dude's name. Alright, so last name Falvaux, first name Mark, age 28, male, country France, city Massey, quarter Atlantis, civil union delivery driver. Eye color brown, height 167 centimeters, 82 kilograms, weight, shoe size 41. What exactly did the package delivered by Mark Furrier made Furrier happy, relieved, indifferent, angry? I don't remember any audio on that recording at all. There's no audio at all on it, so how on earth are we supposed to get that information? I'm assuming he would be relieved that his package came in, or maybe happy? Good try, but not the right answer. Happy? Hold on, that's the right answer. Alright, well apparently he was happy. Alright, so the police report. Sorry about getting that one wrong. I don't know what we did wrong there. That was kind of odd. Date and time, November 24th, 2021 at 2:32 p.m. Location, the Coste Restaurant, located at 1 Palace Jules Ferry in Lyon. Purpose, report following a call regarding a suspicious death. Toxicology report. In view of the samples taken in the crime scene, experts report and toxicologist analysis evidence that samples number 2, number 4, 6, and 8. No trace of any toxic compounds could be detected in any of the solid or liquid foods. Furthermore, with regard to the food, red meat on the plate, clue number 4, and in the plastic bag, clue number 8, PCR and DNA analysis determined that it is lynx meat, prohibited for human consumption. Decree number 2001-9845. Detailed report. I, Jax Bartolini, criminal investigation officer with the DCP, was advised by staff that a man's body has been found with 2 of his employees inside his restaurant, La Coste, located. Alright, so we got all that. Assisted by police officers in the department, I went after more of the address. First responders had left the scene in the original state. It was 10:27 in the morning. I observed the following. The restaurant dining room had no occupants and the tables were set. The bar is located at the back of the room with the left-hand side. The bar, there was a clean fork, 2 fingerprints. We analyzed the fingerprints at the scene and determined that they belonged to Bertrand Dugant and Marianne Valette, employees of the restaurant. At the same time, I noted that the table was set. 4 place settings near the back entrance, and 1 fork was missing from the table. The victim's table was located right to the kitchen entrance, facing the bar. The victim, Mr. Rayan Fisher, was deceased. His eyes were open and his head was lying in his plate, which he had begun to eat. Note the presence of food inside of his oral cavity. As circumstances of the victim's death are suspicious, the medical examiner issued a death certificate indicating that a radiological autopsy was required. On the table, I noted the presence of an empty glass, a full bottle of water, and a plate containing roasted vegetables and cooked red meat. On the table was a salt shaker, pepper shaker, and a basket of bread. At the bar, I noticed the presence of 3 bottles of wine, 1 bottle of Burgundy white containing 25 cl of liquid, 1 bottle of Roulette red containing 65 cl of liquid, and 1 bottle of Harrison wine rose containing 35 cl of liquid. On these 3 bottles, I noted the presence of several fingerprints belonging to Marianne Valette, an employee of the restaurant. In the kitchen, I found a used cutting board with 2 knives and a scraper, and a vegetable peeler, as well as cherry tomatoes and a peeled zucchini. Only the victim's fingerprints further was found in the location, clue number 7. In the refrigerator located on the opposite the workforce, I found a piece of meat in a sealed bag with LXRF written on the back with a marker. Note that the bag was open and contained a piece of red meat, clue number 8. The restaurant can be entered through the main entrance where the employees enter or through the service door, clue number 10, located at the back of the kitchen. The fingerprints found on the service door were not usable. From the store outside the restaurant, I know the presence of a security camera linked to a security company. In the victim's office, I know the presence of a computer. The software opened the computer indicated the initial cash of £165 reserves from the previous day, £1,653 in credit card payments, and £356 in cash. Cash remaining £165. Finally, also in the office, I know the presence of several anonymous threats found inside a proper archive folder. After analysis, I determined that the only fingerprints on this threat belonged to Furrier. After the crime scene analysis was completed, I asked to undertake transport the victim's body to the Forensic Institute for an autopsy. After this, I returned to the police station. Alright, so question number 1. No trace of toxic compounds were found at the crime scene. If it scroll all the way up to the very top here, no traces of any toxic compound could be detected in any solid or liquid foods. That is true, so we're just going to mark A and validate. Nice! Moving on into the next. How much cash did the restaurant take the previous day? Alright, so I'm pretty sure this is the 1653, so we should be able to scroll through. Yeah, the previous day 1653 in credit card payments and 356 in cash. So technically you're gonna have to add both of these together. So that is where you'll get the 2,000. What? Oh, how much cash did the restaurant take in the previous day? It's a trick question. I was in there, you know, technically all the money would still be considered cash. It's just credit card payment, but there was £156. Alright, I see what we did. What might the note LX-RF on clue number 8 mean? Links, LYNX. Alright, so I do have 2 questions that we actually need to do before we even click and validate for any of this stuff. See, there's only 2 spaces here. Am I supposed to actually have like the proper name spelled out, or am I just supposed to chop off the parts that are actually filled in? And see how the X is capitalized in that? Does that mean this entire thing's supposed to be capitalized? So would this be YN is the answer, or do we need the actual links? Because if you notice, the dashes were a lot more than what it is. Maybe that's just a hint. Alright, so the other R technically could be Raymond, because that is going to be one of the guy's names. Links Raymond Furrier. He was using links. His name's Raymond Furrier, so I mean, I can kind of see that's like a quick way of writing. R-A-Y-M-O-N-D. R-A-Y-M-D. So, I mean, that technically fits perfectly inside of that. I'm gonna validate. Boom! LXRF most likely means Links Raymond Furrier. Okay, so let's view a profile on him real quick. Search for the information. So, last name Furrier, Raymond, age 53, gender male, nationality French, country France, city Lyon, street 7 Rue Godinat, marital status single, occupation head chef, eye color green, height 182 centimeters, weight 78 kilograms, shoe size 44. So Who organized the forbidden dinners with Raymond Courier? So let's search for information. 1. Go! General information, mobile phone, playlist, criminal record. Alright, so let's see. Raymond Furrier is a renowned chef. His restaurant La Coste has been packed since the master chef was awarded his 2nd star last year. However, instead of seeking to expand, the chef Furrier has remained in his historic restaurant, a dining room with 8 tables, a capacity of 32 place settings. Because he is not interested in a cuisine in terms of quantity, but in quality. Chef Raymond Furrier has a reputation as an innovator in taste, hunting down new ingredients to conjure up new flavors. His duck with Hermians and the gold dust earned his nickname the Magellan of Taste. His starfish consomme with the prunes is said to have played a major role in earning his 1st star. Yet those recipes have generated their share of criticism and insults. As a butcher, he was one of the first to sell rare meats such as ostrich, reindeer, squirrel, pangolin, which has earned national fame and drew wrath of animal rights activists. Vegan and anti-specious groups have publicly made him their favorite target. Likes anything that can be eaten. His job, good wine. Dislikes approximation, days that are only 24 hours long, and vacations. Tax information. Annual income, £82,000. See property zone, so he owns a company. Monitored by the tax authorities following denunciations. Criminal record, involved in several criminal court cases. Always is the plaintiff, he's never lost a case. Playlist. Okay, so this is going to be a whole bunch of copyrighted songs. We're not going to listen to that. Mobile phone. Alright, so let's see here. Hello, Marianne. Our monthly closing is tomorrow night. Tonight I'm going to be doing some tests. Please set my table and take out a bottle of Bruletti for me. See you later. Okay, thanks, chef. Evidence collected. So I guess you need to just click the plus sign every single text message. Alright, so Marianne's good to go. What was splashed in the cupboard? Please check, that's your job. Wait, it's 10:10 a.m. I'm guessing you had moth trouble again? We promise you pay me back in a month. The deadline has passed. At the end of the week, you will have to explain yourself to the cops and you'll be looking for another job, you little thief. Don't forget, tomorrow night is the monthly closure. Alright, so hold on. So we were going to add all that information. I'm not sure if you're able to just like pick and choose which one, but we'll just slap it all in there and we can sort it out from there. Lucien Van Decker? As I agreed, the next dinner will take place in 7 days. I will offer 8 place settings in the event. Our gourmet will not be disappointed. Due to the unique menu, I will charge each person £4,000. Keep me informed. Regards. Dear sir, your meals are a delight to all of your guests. Some people will most certainly be extremely disappointed by the offering of only 8 seats. Consider your diner already sold out. Yours sincerely, LV. Hello sir, I confirm that there will be 8 guest presents for the next dinner. Those forbidden dinners are a huge success. If I may be so bold, I must inquire, would you be able to offer 2 or 4 more place settings? I have received offers of up to £8,000 from guests who are eager to taste your cuisine. What do you think? Yours sincerely, LV. Hello. You must clearly understand that due to the exquisite nature of the dishes that are prepared and served, I cannot open a cafeteria. Please respect my limitations. Regards. Good evening, sir. Far be it from waste your talent on cuisines by offering it to just anyone. These insistent quests and prominent figures in both high society and in exemplary good taste. But I do understand your concern. The next forbidden dinner will have only 8 guests. Please forgive my insistences. Yours sincerely, LV. Dear sir, please excuse me for taking the liberty of reaching out to you again due to the excitement of your guests, who are eager to learn what will be served in the next diner. I know you prefer to keep this information secret, but I thought I'd ask on your behalf. Sincerely, LV. Hello. Make sure they're on time tomorrow, 7:50 p.m. at the back door of Le Coste. Not before. I won't have turned off the camera yet. They're in an incredible surprise, that's all I'm going to say. Okay, so he purposely sits there. Turns the cameras on. Deliver on OPS. Delivery scheduled for tomorrow at 1:30 a.m. at La Coste. You can cancel or charge your scheduled delivery website until 1:30 p.m. today. Delivered on OPS. Delivered scheduled for tomorrow at 1:30 a.m. La Coste. Your order was finalized by Katia at 2 p.m. Delivered on OPS. Delivery scheduled for tomorrow at 1:30 a.m. at La Coste. Your delivery is on its way. Mark is your delivery driver. Deliver on OPS. Delivery scheduled at 1:30 a.m. La Coste. Your delivery driver Mark has arrived. Livadorium delivery at 1:30 a.m. La Coste, your order has been delivered. Thank you for your business. Alright, so we're just going to grab those 2. So the person who organizes the Forbidden So the person who organized the forbidden dinners with Raymond Furrier was the Lucien Van Decker. So that would be you. Validate. Nice. Alright, so new objective, identifying suspects. Last name Van Decker, first name Lucien, age 46, gender male, nationality French-Dutch, country France, city Neuilly-sur-Seine, street 16 Rue de la Ferme, marital status married, children none, religion Catholic, occupation business introducer, eye color light brown, height 178 centimeters, weight 71 kilograms, shoe size 43. Searching for the information. General information. Lucien Van Decker is what we call a fixer. His network is large enough that he can find anything or anyone in a short amount of time. For a sizable commission, he puts his clients in contact with each other. Likes being flattered, flattering people, beautiful watches, beautiful women. Dislikes his dentist, his ex-wife, his mother-in-law. Alright, so this dude's got 123 pounds. He's got several different properties. He's got a playlist. We're going to skip through that and go through his mobile phone. Tino Zaffelli. My dear friend, following our telephone conversation, I'm happy to be able to give you the affirmative reply to your request concerning your striker. His minor performance issues will soon be a thing of the past. The miracle, like everything else in the world, comes at a price. £45,000, non-negotiable. No doubt that the game and your team's qualifications are worth it. Kind regards. Money is not an issue, Mr. Van Decker. If I give him a double dose, will he score twice as many goals Saturday? My dear friend, I am gratified to see that you spare no expenses for the good of the team. However, the price is firm. I must insist at the supplier's request that your scrupulous request the dosage and overdose may cause unwanted side effects of your players, such as vomiting, inconsistencies, blindness, etc. Kind regards. Transfer sent. If I inject him on Friday, will the side effects appear before Saturday night? Dear Mr. Tino, thank you for your prompt transfer. The supplier could not be more delighted. Furthermore, he confirms that the adverse effects will appear no earlier than 3 days after the injection. However, please do note that the effects will be permanent. Best of luck with the game. I am, of course, available if needed. Kind regards. Alright, so that's kind of sketchy. Alright, so hold on. So Raymond Furrier. So we sort of read most of the stuff here, but maybe there's going to be some more information that Furrier had deleted on his phone. So we know the £4,000. Not that. Okay, so his phone shows the exact same conversation that we already read from Raymond Furrier. So that's a good sign. So we got a question down here. What kind of meat did Raymond Furrier serve at his forbidden dinners? I remember a line where he's actually told him anything, so I don't know the answer for this. There's this interrogate option here, so maybe we're supposed to interrogate him to find more information? Hello, Mr. Van Decker, could you please introduce yourself?
Lucien Van Decker.
Lucien Van Decker, 46 years old. I'm a businessman and a gentleman. I like to believe I'm a man of letters as well, a lover of beauty, and a philanthropist who prefers to remain in the shadows. But can one ever really know oneself? In the immortal worlds of the labyrinth, one lives very well without knowing oneself, let alone being known by others. And I wholeheartedly agree. Your name and phone number were found in Mr. Furrier's phone, as well as several text messages from you. What's the nature of your relationship with Mr. Furrier? Ours was strictly business relationship. To tell you the truth and perfectly honest, I am what some people commonly call a fixer. But as much as I prefer the term business introducer. I have an exquisite network of acquaintances that I can make available to my clients. For a fee, of course. Mr. Furrier sought a particular type of client. I offered him a list of hand-selected candidates. It doesn't tell us what kind of meat. Following questions. Why did Mr. Furrier seek a particular type of client? All I can tell you is that Raymond Furrier, the renowned chef,
organisé dans son restaurant
Had extremely selective dinners in his restaurant every month.
pour une clientèle de gourmets.
For a clientele of gourmet who are able to afford the talents of the great chef.
J'ajouterais que
I
le
would further add that the chef used my services to guarantee the utmost discretion with regards to his activity,
une discrétion imposée.
due to the illegal nature of these dinners.
En quoi consistait cette...
In what were these dinners illegal?
Il est vrai que le chef,
I suppose that since Chef Furrier is now deceased,
je ne suis plus tenu par le
I am no longer bound by professional secrecy.
Figurez-vous que,
In fact, once a month in secret,
en secret, le chef Fourier propose
Chef Furrier served forbidden foods,
interdit à la consommation. Principalement des viandes.
mainly meat from endangered species.
Je n'ai jamais souhaité
I never desired to participate myself, but I heard that he served
conserver à sa table du gorille,
gorilla meat, tiger meat,
du dauphin,
dolphin meat,
du grand requin.
a great white shark,
Et même parce que cela m'avait
and even one I recall I found an amusing yellow-crested cockatoo.
Tout ce qui est sur terre est là pour
Everything on this earth is just to be eaten, he was fond of saying.
Et bien sûr,
And of course, lovers of exotic meats were all too happy to participate,
qui était prêt à payer
willing to pay a small fortune to sit in the chef's table on forbidden dinners nights.
les soirs de dîners interdits. Si je ne m'abuse,
If I'm not mistaken, there have been about a dozen of these dinners to date.
une douzaine de ces dîners.
Alright, so that's got us the information that we need. Real question is, should we keep doing following questions? I don't necessarily care about either of those questions yet, so I'm going to just click X on that for now. So he did gorilla, dolphin, tiger meat. He did not do the hammerhead shark, he did great white. Bam! Well done. 20 points is added to the roster. Marian Falat. So we are able to swap if we go back to the person of interest. That way we can get some more information on him, because we didn't necessarily interrogate him too much. Alright, so last name Valant, first name Marian, beta name Martin, age 25, female, nationality France. Alright, so let's see, married, waitress, light brown eye color, height 163 centimeters, weights 51 kilograms, shoe size 38. Search for information. Do you like that heart? Sounds pretty cool. Alright, general information. Mary Valant ended her studies after high school. Before marrying Thierry Valant, a computer engineer, 2 years ago, she held a series of seasonal jobs in seaside towns and ski resorts. For the past few months, she has been working at Le Coste, where she is the man in charge of waiting tables and tending the bars. She plans to go back to school to become a nutritionist. Tax information, £18,000, criminal record, none. Playlist, so she's got a whole list of songs here, mobile text messages. Alright, so hold on. Our monthly closure is tomorrow night, so now I'm going to be doing some tests. Please set the tables and take out the bottles. Okay, thanks, chef. So she was pretty straightforward with Raymond, like she already told us in the interview with the detective, so that's good. Okay, so let's see. Thanks for sticking up for me earlier. I can't stand that guy anymore. One day, it's not going to end well. I shouldn't have gotten involved. I think it made him even angrier. He's so unfair with you. Yeah, you saved his life. I'm about to strangle him. I'm going to make him eat his money. I get it. You should try to pay him something at least. £50 so he'll ease up a little. I don't have the money. With my joke of a salary, the end of the month is hard enough already. He's got me by the balls, and it's not going to last. It's true that as far as your salary goes, get some rest. See you tomorrow. Yeah, he's still seeing suspicious. He sat there and admitted that he wants to hurt him. I'm going to the pub with Daniel and Tom tonight. I'll be back around 1. Have fun. Don't get wasted. I'll be home right after you. Got an important meeting tomorrow. Won't be home before 9. Sorry. Goodbye. Candlelight dinner. Sorry. Have the divorce papers sent to you. My lawyer wants them back within a week. Thanks. No problem. I'll tell my lawyer and let you know. Papers have been signed and sent back. Should be able to see the judge before the end of the month. Great. I'll let you know when I can hear something. I'm pretty sure she needs to update her marital status, because I think she just got divorced. Alright, so hold on. Isabelle Lippett. Free tonight. Theory's got another meeting. Movie? Poor thing, yes. Want to grab dinner? No, just a movie. I'm not too hungry. It makes me mad. 9 p.m. at Louis Lumiere? Okay, hang in there. We'll talk. I did what you suggested. We talked and we're splitting up. Phew. He has complete agreement. He's going to start looking for a place tomorrow. Your lawyer is great. It should be wrapped up in just a few weeks. Free at last. Call you tomorrow. Alright, so Murray and Valley is about to get divorced. Boom, 25 free points. Is Marion aware of the forbidden dinners? Okay, yeah, so we can still interrogate her. Gotta say, did I mess something up? So, I don't know if she's actually involved with the forbidden dinners or not yet. So we're going to interrogate her and see what we got. Can you go over what you did after your shift the night of the murder before you let restaurants one more time, please?
J'ai fait comme d'habitude.
Same as usual.
J'ai préparé les tables
I
pour
set the tables for tomorrow's lunch service, and I set the chef's table.
C'était un soir de test.
It was a test night.
Je vous l'ai dit, une fois par mois.
Like I said, once a month the chef stayed late and invented new recipes.
Donc j'ai préparé une table avec
So I set the table for him with one place setting and everything. Salt, pepper, bread, left at the same time as Bertrand.
J'ai déjà dit tout ça.
But I already told you all
Pourquoi est-ce
that.
que vous me reposez les mêmes questions?
Why are you asking me the same thing again? She seems defensive, so I mean, technically that could be a good thing. Did you know what the chef was planning to make that evening? Could anyone else have had access to the kitchen before or after you left? That's a good question.
À la cuisine.
The kitchen? No.
La porte de service est
The
toujours
service door is always locked.
On l'ouvre que pour recevoir des
We
livraisons.
only opened it for deliveries or to take out the trash.
Personne peut rentrer par là. Hein.
Nobody can get in that way.
Et puis en plus, il y a la caméra dessus.
And there's a security camera that's always on.
Donc non, vraiment.
So, no, really.
Maintenant,
I don't know what happened after I left.
si le chef a fait rentrer quelqu'un, par
If
exemple,
the chef left someone in, for example, I'd have no way of knowing.
Connaissez-vous un certain Lucien?
Does the name of Mr. Lucien Van Dicker mean anything to you?
non. Ça ne
No.
dit rien du tout.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Bah, après, je connais pas le nom de tous les clients.
It's not like I know the names of all the customers, but that name,
Non, j'ai jamais entendu.
never heard it. Now, she is moving her eyes back and forth quite a bit, so that could be her tell. So we might have a little bit more information that we need to get from her. To help Mr. Lucien Vecker, your boss, Mr. Courier, organize dinners that feature legal dishes on those evenings each month when the restaurant closes. Were you aware of this? Mr. Van Decker is what we call a fixer. He found his customers for special meals created by Mr. Ferrier. You had access to the kitchen. You never noticed anything? I feel like this one's a little bit less accusatory, and she does seem to be helpful, so we'll go with that one for now.
Des repas spéciaux.
Special meals?
Qu'est-ce que vous voulez dire?
What do you mean?
Tous les plats du chef étaient spéciaux.
All the chef's dishes were special.
Deuxième étoile.
That's how he earned his second star.
Alors non, je vous le répète, j'ai
So no, I'll say it again. I've never noticed anything unusual. No, I don't know if you're Lucien Van Dicker.
De la viande de lynx a été...
Lynx meat was delivered after you left the night.
Vous aviez déjà vu ce genre de viande dans la...
Have you ever seen this type of meat in the restaurant's walk-in refrigerator? Lynx?
Mais ça se mange pas, ça, si.
You can't eat that, can you?
En tout cas, c'est Bertrand et le chef qui s'occupent.
At any rate, Bertrand and the chef put everything away in the fridge. I hardly ever went in. I really take care of the dining room and at the bar.
De temps à autre, quand j'avais besoin d'un
I'd go in there from time to time when I needed a lemon at the bar, but otherwise, no. I don't know, she's moving around a lot, she's hiding something. Did you know that Mr. Ferrier had a butcher shop before opening the Costi? Were you aware of threats targeting Mr. Ferrier? Oh no, can I not? Oh, the question was... Alright, fine, we'll do this one.
Oui, il a déjà parlé de son passé de boucher.
Yeah, we had talked about this as past as a butcher,
Quand il souffle dans les bronzes,
especially when he was ripping Bertrand and Newman.
la rigueur,
Discipline, attention to detail.
c'est des choses qu'il a appris dans son
Things
expérience.
he learned from his experience as a butcher.
Et il en a parlé aussi
Also, he mentioned it once that he got a threatening letter.
des problèmes liés à...
Problem related to his shop?
J'ai pas trop compris.
I didn't really understand.
Alors,
Besides, it was none of my business anyway, so... I messed the wrong question. I'm gonna go with new. Marion Valiant says she was not aware of the existence of the forbidden dinners. Alright, so we're need to interrogate Bertrand Dugant. This guy seems suspicious already. Last name guilty, first name Bertrand, 32, male, French. Alright, so let's see, your single occupation chef's descendants. Eye color brown, height 179 centimeters, weight 75 kilograms, shoe size 44. Search for information. Alright, so general information. Bertrand Dugrant was working at Lacoste State for several months. He has helped in the kitchen and taken care of dishes and the cleaning. After earning a professional aptitude for certification in the culinary arts, he had held several internships in small local restaurants. When he saw a job opening for Furrier's prestigious restaurant, he applied immediately and accepted the position of chef's assistant. Despite the pitiful salary and terrible hours, he told himself that the experience would help him build his resume. Today, he's become a delusionist with a job. The boss takes all frustration out on him. He doesn't earn enough to live on. The hours keep him from finding another job. He admires the chef's talents, but hates Furrier's personality. Likes big motorcycles, big kitchens, luxury. Furrier dislikes living conditions, laziness, endivis, and fruit. So he likes Furrier and dislikes Furrier. This information: 17,000 pounds. Lives in a rental. Does he have a criminal record? All right, so we'll collect that evidence. So 8/18/21, reason 12:55 a.m. ran red light on a moped. Official report: Leon France, payable. So this is the text message that he sent her. So we sort of already read through most of that. So this is basically her conversation with the other coworker. So we're going to skip past that. Go to Raymond Furrier. See, you promised you'd pay me back within a month. Don't forget tomorrow night is monthly closure. So that doesn't necessarily answer anything at all. 2 days before his death, Raymond Furrier was threatened to fire Dugant, beat up veteran Dugant, do not pay Dugant, kill Dugant. I think it was to not pay, right? The deadline has passed. At the end of the week, you'll have to explain yourself to the cops and you'll be looking for another job, you little thief. Okay, so kill, not pay, beat up. Yeah, basically fire. Well done, that was the right answer. Interrogate a Bertrand Dugant. Bertrand Dugant owed his boss, Raymond Furrier, a total of... This is going to be an easy one. The investigation revealed that you didn't get along very well with your boss, Mr. Furrier. Do you confirm that you owed him money?
C'est Marion qui vous a dit ça?
Did Marion tell you that?
Oui.
See?
Oui, c'est vrai.
Yes, it's true, but I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Mon scooter est tombé en panne il y a 3
My moped broke down 3 weeks ago, and since I had no money for repairs, and it's only way of getting to work,
J'ai demandé à Monsieur Fourier de
I asked Mr. Furrier to give me an advance of the cost of the repairs.
Je devais commencer à le rembourser fin
I was supposed to start paying him back at the end of the month, but it's not what he pays me with that I can.
Bref,
Anyways, things got heated.
Il voulait appeler les flics.
I wanted to call the cops. I mean the police.
Enfin, après, ça restait
He
juste.
just blew up. That's all. You seem guilty. Following questions. That's a good reason to kill someone, isn't it? How much did you owe him?
3 000 euros.
3,000 pounds.
Le scooter était en ruine.
My moped was wrecked.
Il y avait tout l'embrayage à changer.
The clutch needed to be changed, so did the brakes, the carburetor.
Les pièces coûtent pas cher, mais je me suis.
The parts aren't expensive, but the labor is nonsense.
J'en avais pas le choix, j'en avais besoin.
I had no choice. I needed my bike.
Votre patron vous a-t-il menacé de...
Did your boss threaten to fire you if you didn't pay him back as planned?
Cet argent, c'est devenu une obsession pour lui.
He was starting to obsess over the money. He asked me for it every day.
Il m'a envoyé des messages pour me traiter de voleur.
He sent me text messages calling me a thief. Go through my messages and see if you want. He insulted me.
Il menaçait de me virer.
He threatened to fire me and call the cops.
Après, il était comme ça, le chef. Excessif.
But he was like that. Over the top in every way.
C'était dur, évidemment, mais.
It sucked,
Pourquoi
obviously.
l'assassiner?
Not so bad I'd murder him. Did I? See, following questions. Your boss was organized the living diners at a sophisticated, posh clientele. Were you aware of this? What about the special events and the forbidden dinners? Were you aware of what was going on?
Non?
No?
C'est quoi une soirée spéciale?
What special events?
Qu'est-ce que c'est un dîner interdit?
What's a forbidden dinner? You mean the chef was organizing secret dinners?
C'est illégal, ça?
Is that illegal? See, no, he's sort of looking back and forth too. I don't know. Both of these guys seem suspicious. There's more to this story than what's going on. So, 3,000 pounds. We know that one. Boom. Isn't that check mark? Autopsy report. Raymond Furrier, age 53, male, ethnicity unknown, weight 78 kilograms, height 1.82 meters. Caucasian male, 53 years old. Medium build, slightly protruding abdomen, brown hair, green eyes. No external injuries detected, no tattoos or piercings. Prince of severe digestive lesions with massive internal hemorrhaging. Prince of cooked lynx meat, tomatoes, zucchini, presence of red wines. Cause of death, cardiac arrest caused by poisoning after ingesting aldecarb, the active substance in Tamik, a powerful pesticide. Toxicology report, significant trace of aldecarb, active substance in the Tamik 10 grams in the victim's blood. Substance subject to approval for use. Severe hypoxia clearly visible in all internal tissues. Tamik was approved to use in France for the cultivation of beets and grapes and has been prohibited for use by the EU since 2003 as a result of Council Directive 91414 EEC because it's highly toxic. Coroner investigator asked a Jurassic open investigation. Raven Furrier was poisoned with aldecarb, right? After ingesting aldecarb, the active substance in Tamik. Yeah, aldecarb. Raven Furrier was poisoned with aldecarb, the active substance in Tamik. Tamik comes in the form of small black granulates. Tamik was authorized for use until 2003 when it was banned because, let's see here, Council Directive because it's highly toxic. It's a deadly poison. All pesticides have been banned in 2002 in Europe. Directive 91414 EEC. So it doesn't say anything at all about everything, so I'm going to assume it's the deadly poison, but I mean, technically that one could be it too. Obviously you don't want to eat pesticides, but some pesticides are going to be more poisonous to us, so I'm going to have to say it's a deadly poison. Nice! Tamik is a deadly poison. When dissolved in water, it's colorless and odorless. Tamik was used for cultivating. Alright, so let's see here. Boom. I think it actually told us in here. Beets and grapes. Alright, so we got you and you. Validate. Nice! Press release. Tuesday, February 19th, 2019. Detective Post. New investigation, sex, crime, rock and roll. The world's most modern national newspaper. An anti-speciest attack. Butcher sprayed with blood. At 11:30 a.m. on Saturday, 5 people burst into Raven Furrier's butcher shop in Lyon and began to spray pig's blood all over the customers and the butcher shouting, "Save the planet! Don't eat the meat!" The 5 activists wearing the hoods were quickly taken to task by customers and bystanders. 2 of them lost their hoods in the altercation before all 5 fled into the crowd. The shaken butcher filed a complaint. The attackers are sought by the police in Gendarmerie. Thursday, May 9th, 2019. Anti-speciest attack. Activist on trial. Only 2 accused appeared in court at the hearing held at the criminal division of the Lyon court. Estelle and Tristan Pedalini appeared together in court 6 months after a butcher store was attacked by 5 vegan activists who sprayed the store's customers and goods with blood. No one was injured in the attack, which was aimed at getting the media coverage, but it shook public opinion in what degree of violence. Quickly identified by the police, Estelle and Tristan Pedalini refused to divulge the names of their accomplices, and thus appeared alone before the judge. Proudly claiming the responsibilities of their acts in spite of the lawyers' recommendations, the couple faced a prosecutor who elegantly argued against their repeat offenders, who had already been convicted in the past for much less violent demonstrations in the 2 butcher shops in Lyon. The third act cannot go unpunished, he hammered, as did Furrier's lawyer, who ripped the accused couple to shreds. The butcher's damning testimony was ultimately the element that convinced an already hostile jury. After 3 hours of deliberation, the couple was sentenced to 6 months in prison and a £15,000 in damage. It is said that they are not planning to appeal their sentence. Following the attack, Raven Furrier's butcher shop, Estelle and Tristan were sentenced to multiple answers. 6 months in prison and £15,000 in damages. Okay, so that would be, so we need 6 months of parole, right? No. 6 months in prison, parole, 15,000 in damages, and boom! Nice! Unlocked elements, so it looks like we can sort of look into both of these guys. We'll start with Estelle. Last name Pedalini, first name Estelle, maiden name Martin. Age 30, female, France, married, winemaker. Eye color light brown, height 165 centimeters, weight 52 kilograms, shoe size 37. Hold on. Do I even need to like look at anything? Winemaker. What do Estelle and Marianne Valley have in common? Trespassing on private property, attack on livestock van, attack on Furrier's butcher shop, violence. Okay, so that's just a whole bunch of regular stuff here. Tax information, £125,000. General information, after involvement in animal environmental activist in college, Estelle took the last step and joined an aggressive group of militants. After trespassing in a slaughterhouse to denounce their mistreatment of animals, an attack on the livestock, van to free the animals, and 2 aggressive appearances in the butcher shops, the attack on Furrier's shop earned Estelle her 3rd strike. She was arrested and tried and spent 6 months in prison. After her release, she decided to change her lifestyle. She moved to the countryside, surrounded by nature, with her husband, and now works in their vineyard making wine. Apart from everything except for Tristan, whom she loves with all of her heart. Sincerely, she likes sincerity, nature, good wine. Dislikes consumer society, capitalism, Michael Sardo. So, I mean, they got the same annual income. He's one of those suggested the winemaking project to Estelle. He loves her and doesn't want to see her go back to jail for her ideas, even though he shares her convictions. Today, he and Estelle stay as far away as possible from the news and social media. They don't have a computer or television, and they try to live their lives according to the seasons. They plan to grow old together. Likes Estelle, good wine, the quiet life. Dislikes the neoliberal grinder that's consuming the planet, plastic, Bertinand, technology. Their occupation should have been the same, so maybe that question's just wrong. Oh, I'm so stupid. I didn't even realize that they were talking about 2 different people. I thought they were talking about her husbands. Alright, well, apparently they're both sisters, so she's related to Marion. Should we read? Question's good. Man, we were on a roll till we did that. At the time of Furrier's death, Estelle and Tristan Pedalini were interrogation. Please state your names, age, and occupation.
Estelle et Tristan Pedinelli.
Estelle and Tristan Pedalini, 28 and 32 years old.
Vignerons à Vacaire dans les Ronds.
Winemakers in Vacaris. We lived here for 2 years and we're happy here.
On fait un fougère qui est très apprécié.
We're a proud Frogger that's really popular around here, and we're finally going to organic next year.
Quelles étaient vos relations avec Raymond?
What was your relationship with Mr. Raymond Furrier? Relationship?
Ce type, c'était un tortionnaire et un assassin.
The guy was a torturer and a murderer.
Il était surnommé le glouton.
Animal rights activists called him the glutton and the ogre.
Il vendait des bouts d'animaux dans sa
He
chambre.
sold animal parts in his chamber of horrors after killing them.
Il se vantait de tuer et de
And
commercialiser.
he bragged about killing and selling endangered species.
Ce type, c'était un cauchemar pour la
The
planète.
man was a nightmare for the
Nous,
planet.
on a tenté de le faire savoir avec...
We tried to warn people about him with a media operation, but we were the ones who ended up behind bars. Look, to be completely honest, we're not rich, but we popped open a bottle of champagne when we read about the scumbag's death in the newspaper. Alright, well, you seem guilty. I want to separate you two now. Furrier was the reason you went to prison for the first time. Any chance you hold a grudge? Mr. Furrier was poisoned with tamik, a powerful anesthetic used on grapevines. Do you use this type of product at your farm?
C'est un pesticide industriel.
That's an industrial pesticide. It's very toxic to plants. It's supposed to protect.
Lui, oui, il en utilise.
The former owner did use it, but we don't. Exactly, we're trying to work with nature, not against it.
Pas contre elle. Les insectes, les oiseaux, les
Insects, birds, rodents, they're all welcome in our vineyard.
Ils étaient là bien avant nous et on n'a pas du tout...
They were there before. We don't want to force them out. On the contrary.
Le soir où il a été assassiné.
What were you doing the night of the murder? I was waiting for you to get around to that. It didn't take you guys long to pin that bastard's death on us.
Figurez-vous qu'on a un
Too bad for you. We have a solid alibi. We were at the emergency room in Montarello. Estelle broke her ankle walking the vineyard around 5 p.m. We rushed to the emergency room and spent almost 6 hours there. That's how long it took them to see her, evaluate her injury, and fit her with a brace. We left around midnight.
Pas être au restaurant dans la nuit, c'est
So we couldn't have been at the restaurant that night. It's a 6-hour drive.
d'ailleurs, c'était pas nous.
So you have to keep looking. It wasn't us. But if you find whoever did it,
Lui qu'on l'attend et
tell him we're expecting him and we'll put something another that we missed. Following the question, who could have been angry with Mr. Furrier that they decided to take action? Roll with pals from your group? What do you make of the fact that your sister works in Furrier's restaurant?
Un groupe?
Group? What group?
Je vais répondre à votre question.
I will answer your question though.
L'humanité entière devrait en vouloir à un type...
All of humanity should be angry at a guy like that. Him and all of his filthy associates. Mankind has spent 5 millennia destroying every living thing.
Aujourd'hui que la planète
And now we're shutting the planet and going extinction deprived of its fauna.
Alors,
But though we thought of everything,
aujourd'hui, on peut plus considérer
we
l'animal...
can no longer see animals as a consumer good.
Une chose
Product.
qu'on engraisse, qu'on
Something to be flattened, mistreated, and chopped up in a slaughterhouse.
l'urgence du respect du vivant.
We urgently need to respect all living things. Do you understand? And those who refuse to see descending and calling upon us. In addition to continuing these barbaric practices,
Alors ouais, je vous le répète, ouais.
so yeah, I'll say it again.
L'humanité entière devrait en
All
vouloir...
of mankind should be angry at criminals like Furrier.
Avec 8 milliards de suspects, vous allez avoir...
With 8 billion suspects, you've got your work cut out for you. Good luck with that.
Tristan et moi, on n'est plus sur la liste.
Trish and I are no longer on the list, so now you're done to 8 billion minus 2. She speaks way too fast. Sorry about missing a couple of those lines. I was trying to keep up with her. He said he looks kind of guilty, though. What do you make of the fact that your sister works in Furrier's restaurant?
Mais ma petite sœur, elle a rien à voir dans cette...
My little sister has nothing to do with this murder.
Allez pas lui coller ça sur le dos.
Don't try and pin it on her.
Elle voulait juste surveiller le glouton.
She wanted to keep an eye on the glutton to see if he learned the lesson after the butcher's shop.
Non, au pire, elle aurait poivré un peu plus.
At the very worst, she might have gotten a little heavy on the pepper in the customer's food to discourage them from coming back. So leave her alone. Seems quite odd. I didn't get any information like that from before. Alright, so let's see here. At the time of Furrier's death, Estelle and Tristan were at home at a friend's house at the hospital. She hurt her leg. 5 o'clock. They were driving. Maybe at home? They left the hospital at midnight. Becker is 45 minutes from Multiplier, so they must have gotten home around 12:45 a.m. At that time, Furrier was still alive. Penalini's presence at the hospital until midnight has verified and confirmed. I feel like that was kind of a trick question. Oh well. According to Estelle Polini, Marion Pellet got a job working for Raymond Furrier too, learned to cook from the renowned chef, damaged Furrier's reputation, set fire to Lacoste, but her resume. Marion Pellet got a job at Lacoste to keep an eye on Furrier and damage his reputation. Objective search. Okay, so when you click on search, you actually scroll down here and you're able to select the things that you want to submit the judge as evidence. Oh, can we get more information on Mark Theo? Mobile phone. Oh, you're a sweetheart. What time will you be home, my love? La La Land is on TV. Oh, that's too bad. I have some deliveries that are pretty far away until 1:30. I won't be home until late. Enjoy the movie, babe. Oh, my poor darling. I'll record it so we can watch it tomorrow. I'll go ahead and watch it without me. We'll watch it again later. Oh, you're a sweetheart. Alright, so that doesn't necessarily tell us too much. There's no reason to believe this guy is going to be guilty, but maybe he has more information that we need?
Qu'est-ce que je fous ici, monsieur le commissaire?
What the heck am I doing here, Commissioner?
Mon casier, c'est ça?
I didn't do anything. It's because my record, isn't it?
4 ans que je vous dis que je suis innocent, je
I've
n'ai...
been telling you for 4 years that I'm innocent. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It was Royal Murderix, my co-worker. He's the one who helped himself with what was in the trucks, not me.
Non mais sérieusement, là, vous allez tout...
Seriously, you're headed straight for another police blunder. I didn't do anything.
À chaque fois, non mais attendez, à chaque fois...
Every time this happens, you guys come and try to pin it on me. Do you think that's normal?
Vous trouvez ça normal? J'en ai rien fait.
Bonjour, monsieur Falvon.
Hello, Mr. Falvey.
Mercredi soir dernier,
You made a delivery to the restaurant Le Coste.
restaurant Le Locuste. Pouvez-vous nous raconter comment ça s'est
Can
passé?
you tell me how it went?
Oui, le locuste, oui. Je suis pas rentré dedans. Il y a eu un vol, c'est ça? Vous voulez me le foutre?
There was a robbery, right? You wanted to pin it on me. I didn't do anything.
Bon, ok. Je vous dis,
Okay, let me explain.
je suis arrivé à l'heure, à 1h30 du
I
matin.
arrived on time at 1:30 in the morning. I was delivering a cooler.
Le frais...
For cold stuff. The timing is important.
Ok, j'ai tapé à la porte, il y a le cuistot qui a
I knocked on the door and the cook opened it. At least it was a guy in a nice white coat. The way he looked, I figured it was the boss.
Vous voyez et...
You see? That's it.
Rien de plus, quoi. Enfin, j'ai pris la glacière à
I
Gringis.
picked up the cooler at
Je suis venu...
wrong guess. I made the delivery.
C'est-
Period. End of story.
J'ai rien fait de plus.
Et comment vous a paru le chef quand vous l'avez vu?
What did the chef seem when you saw him?
Le chef, comment je l'ai apparu Oui, mais c'est vrai qu'il était...
He seems
C'est
happy.
vrai que maintenant que vous me le dites, il était... Quand il a vu la
Now
glacière,
that you mention it, when he saw the cooler, he went all googly-eyed.
c'était Noël, quoi.
It was like it was Christmas morning. No one to meddle,
Ce que je peux dire, c'est que il avait l'air...
but it seemed to be in a hurry to take the package.
Il est rentré, il a récupéré ce qu'il y
He
avait...
went inside, took out what was inside, emptied it out, gave it back to me, empty. Went back to my truck and left.
Fin de l'épisode, quoi.
End of story.
Rien de plus.
That's it.
Je n'ai rien fait.
I didn't do anything. You came off very aggressive, sir. So you claim that you did not enter the restaurant at any time.
Mais non, je suis jamais rentré dans le restaurant. Enfin,
No, I never went into the restaurant.
enfin si.
Wait,
Si,
actually I
je suis
did.
rentré dans le restaurant, mais-
Yeah, I went inside the restaurant, but not more than a minute. I didn't do anything, I didn't touch
La
anything.
glacière, il m'a
I gave
rendu
him
la
the cooler, he gave me the cooler back, and I
glacière. J'ai rien
left.
fait de mal.
didn't do anything wrong.
Je vous jure.
I swear. Alright, well now you're changing your story. So that's how you get the information that the guy was happy that he delivered stuff. So that's good to know. I didn't realize that we had more person of interest, so we could have actually spoke to him. Looks like you can actually pin evidence like this on here too. It's good to know. So if we go back into person of interest, we got one more route over here. See how it says suspect and it's got like this little dash new in yellow? That's how you can tell that you can actually go to speak to him. So we're going to go interrogate to this guy because we got some more information. So we're going to continue you. Did you ever consider reporting these illegal practices? How much did these dinners cost? Heavens no.
Comme je vous le disais,
As I said, my job is to connect people.
consiste à mettre des gens en contact. Ce qu'ils font ensuite ensemble ne me...
What they do together afterwards is none of my business.
Et Dieu sait qu'ils ont de l'imagination.
And God knows they are
Un
creative.
jour, j'écrirai mes mémoires.
One day, we'll write my memoir. We'll put it all down in writing.
L'autre bonne raison,
The other good reason not to make these activities public, as you say,
dites, est que j'aurais mis en péril la
is that I would have to jeopardize my client's anonymity, and I would have abandoned my principle.
Une dernière raison,
And the last reason would be that you don't kill the goose that lays the golden eggs. He's got a point. The dude's making a ton of money off of this guy. Were there ever any dissatisfied customers at one of these special events? When you're talking about making connections, do you only deal with customers or are there also suppliers of illegal foods? I feel like the customers is probably a better question.
non, bien sûr.
No, of course not. There's never been a single complaint.
Réclamation. Ni le moindre motif.
Not the slightest reason for one.
Je suis un professionnel.
I'm a professional.
Était un
And Frigger was passionate about his art.
client était irréprochable.
Customers were bound to reapproach, and the dishes served at the chef's table.
Il était impossible
It
d'être.
was impossible to be disappointed.
Vous savez que nous pourrions vous inculper pour...
Do you know what could have charged you with compliancy in the wildlife trafficking and mistreatment? Is that so?
Parce que j'ai mis un restaurateur.
Because I put a renowned restaurant owner in contact with wealthy clients?
Soyez sérieux.
Please, let's be serious.
Je n'ai aucune responsabilité.
I have no responsibility for what Fourier was doing in his kitchen.
Vous le savez aussi bien que mon avocat.
You know this as well as my lawyer. I mean, this dude's pretty good at sitting here convincing people. I don't think he's guilty, but we do have a new person of interest, it looks like. So once you get to this stage in the game, basically you want to click on different people and you're able to pick and choose different information. So for example, we're going to be clicking on Bertrand. We're going to load this up real quick just to show you guys. And you should see a whole bunch of information around here that you can actually pin as evidence there. So technically you can click the plus sign here. You're going to click it to add to evidence. Same with the text messages. I went ahead and unselected everything that we can like manually scroll through here. But basically you just want to pick and choose what you actually want to submit the judge. At the moment, I think it's this Durant guy. Alright, so I think I narrowed it down to two different suspects. I think it's Bertrand Dugant and Marianne Velat. I think she was able to supply him the chemicals for Dugant to poison him, since Dugant, you know, had the main motive to do it, and he seemed most suspicious when we were interrogating him anyways, you know. So if we scroll down here, I picked these three documents to hand to the judge. So you promised to pay me back within a month. The deadline has passed. At the end of the week, you'll have to explain yourself to the cops. You'll be finding a new job or something or another, because the thing cuts off. But that seems like a pretty aggressive statement from the boss. And the guy replied to the girl, "Yeah, you saved his life. I was about to strangle him. I'm going to make him eat his money." And then when she asked him about, you know, if he could just pay just like slightly, "I don't have the money. With my joke of a salary, the end of the month is hard enough already. He's got me by the balls, and it's not going to last." So I think with these three evidence here, it's going to make him look quite suspicious. So I'm going to pick on you. Ask for a search warrant. Message from, yeah, all three of these, send request. Team has been sent to the scene. Results will be available in 57 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so we got a whole bunch of pictures here. So, in his kitchen, looks like he's got a pot, sponge, nothing looks too crazy out of place. So we're looking for chemicals, I'm assuming, too. So he's got a couple keys around here. very high-resolution photos that they've taken. Pots, all that fun stuff just thrown up top. Looks like everything's relatively in order. So he's got some trash, shoes. These are the pictures you guys take, really? Where's like the incriminating evidence? This looks relatively in the box. Yeah, so he paid for something with the money. Obviously this is removed, so that's kind of suspicious. Whoa, hold on. So we know that one's searched. What about you? Looks like nothing's found under... I mean, there is a little bit of strange discoloration from the bed, but that just might be old sheets. Identify possible evidence. So obviously number 10 is going to be evidence. But number 11. Alright, so we can also search the shoes and the trash cans. So let's see. There is obviously some sort of package. So he did open something up and throw it away. Technically, you could find what he was actually looking for inside of that. So, alright, so the main thing of evidence is going to be for this. Special Animox de Papane Special Pets. So hold on, we're going to validate this evidence because that's the only one we could actually find. Well done, that's the right answer. Cross-examination of Bertrand Dugant. We found the envelope full of bills in your home. It's exactly the amount entered by a Fourier. Shortly before his death, in the restaurant's accounting records, it's time to come clean, Mr. Dugant. The jig's up. Speak.
D'accord.
Right.
Je vais tout vous dire.
Tell you everything. It's a long, dark, sunny day.
Le chef.
We found the chef's body. I searched every room in the restaurant to see if there was anyone there.
Je suis allé dans le bureau, j'ai vu
I
l'enveloppe.
went to the office and saw the envelope with some bills sticking out.
Je me suis dit que le chef en avait plus besoin.
Figured the chef didn't need it anymore. But they weren't going to miss it.
Ce qu'il me payait, c'était presque normal.
And considering what he paid me, it was almost normal. Like bonus.
Mais je l'ai pas tué.
Didn't kill him. You've got to believe me. You lied and stole. Why should we believe you this time?
Mais parce que je vous dis la vérité, là.
Because I'm telling you the truth. The money, just sitting there with money problems, it just made sense. I don't know, I was thinking it's only human.
Vous auriez fait la même chose.
You would have done the same thing.
Non, oui, pardon.
I mean, no, sorry, maybe not you.
J'ai pas tué le chef.
Didn't kill the chef.
Je vous jure.
I swear. Interrogation complete. Alright, so we got a little bit more information, but that's not necessarily going to be dependent on. So I searched around some. I couldn't find anybody else to get more information on, like, a proper search warrant. He had the motive. He needed to get the boss killed to get the money because he was having some serious issues with him. So I feel like that is a pretty strong motive. And I would like to see more if the judge actually is going to determine that or not. So I'm going to submit the contents of the living room, all this other stuff to the judge. I'm going to pick on Dugant. The motive, we're going to have his money. Premeditated crime, yes, he planned it. Sentencing request. I'm gonna say 20 years because I think typically they do like 20 to life. Or normally it's like 25 to life, actually. But I'm gonna see this and see what happens. "30 seconds to wait for the judge's decision. 4, 3, 2, 1. Appeals of Courts, High Courts, Office of Paul Dexter, Public Prosecutor, Investigation number 21255, Thursday, November 25th, 2021. In view of the investigations concerning Bertrand Dugant, assassination charges as provided in Article 221-3, Paragraph 1, 221-1, and 132-72 of the French Penal Code, punishable under Article 221-3, Paragraph 1, 221-8, 221-9, 221-9-1, and 221-11 of the French Penal Code. Victim Raymond Ferrier is provided in Article 81 and 151 and following the French Code of Criminal Procedure. Mr. In response to the last case submitted, I have been honored to inform you that I have not given a formal response to your request of indictment on felony charges because the evidence provided does not establish guilt. You've accused an innocent person. Oh man, was that not the right guy? Alright, well, it looks like the judge doesn't actually want to work very well for us today, and we are running out of time, so we're actually going to be ending the episode off here. If you guys want to see the ending and actually help finish this off, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think is going to be the next step in this case. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.